stand back.
The hunt was spectacular, was it not?
My. I never thought you'd actually attend, champion.
I was hoping it would be a shock. Part of my plan to become the most talked-about noble in Thedas.
If I'm any judge, your scheme will succeed. What do you think of the party so far?
Recommendations for people I should chat up?
The gentleman over there is Bantegan of Ferelden, younger brother of the Earl of Redcliffe. And of course, there's Lord Cyril, Duke Prosper's son.
Who are the worst in the crowd?
Do you see the two young ladies over there? That's Babette and Fifi de Lancey, daughters of the Comte de Lancey. Don't make eye contact. You'll thank me later.
I get the feeling that everyone here is a moment away from tearing each other apart.
Don't get between the Comtesse de Lancey and the wine, or we will certainly see bloodshed.
We should probably go mingle a bit more.
Sorry, Elegant. Places to go, canapes to eat. You know how it is.
These country fashions are so quaint. Nothing of that.
That doesn't look like a real gold sovereign.
It's not. It's a caprice. Mother used to have a set of them when I was a child. You collect them from everyone you know, then cast them in the fountain and make a wish. It's an Orlesian high society game.
From the looks of this crowd, I guess nobody is in a wishing sort of mood.
Champion, I cannot thank you enough for your kindness to my poor Emile. I may have to enlist your services in finding him again. You were so good at it before. When he was in the circle, he wrote to me every day. Now I get nothing, not a word.
What kind of apostate on the run doesn't write his mother? Do you think he's become an abomination?
An abomination? Oh, my poor baby! Oh, the scandal! What would people think? I cannot bear to think of this any longer. Good day, messer.
Champion, it's good to see you again. I'm sure you don't remember me. We met when King Alistair made his trip to Kirkwall. I'm Bantegan Gerin.
You think I often intervene between Meredith and foreign heads of state? Wait. Actually, yes, that's pretty normal for me.
You remind me a great deal of someone I once knew.
Who is this man, Tegan?
I beg your pardon. Isolde, this is the champion of Kirkwall. Hawk, allow me to present our lesser Isolde.
Tegan, I must speak with you right now about the horrible thing Dulcie de Lancey said.
Of course. Please, excuse me, Messer Hawk. A pleasure to meet you. If you speak to Ban Perrin, I don't advise you to bring up the Chantry, or knickers.
You did well, Sirrah. Perhaps there is a hunter in you, after all.
Would you care for a canapé?
Champion, what a surprise. Seneschal, dear, introduce me to your delicious friend.
Serendipity. This is Sirrah Hawk.
Awkward. So, can we talk about something else now?
The canapes are interesting, aren't they? And everyone here is so, upper class.
What an astute observation.
We should get moving. Lots of people to greet. It was a pleasure meeting everyone.
Don't be a stranger.
Mother used to love these coins. She never got to bring hers to the fountain.
Why not?
You don't get invited to fancy Orlesian parties when you marry an apostate. Sister Nightingale?
Champion, it is good to see you again under less dire circumstances. Talis?
Leliana, it's so lovely to see you again.
You look stunning this evening. Your hair is darling. Did you do it yourself?
I get the distinct impression you've met before.
Oh, briefly. A long time ago.
You meet all sorts of people in Orlais. It keeps life exciting.
Well, I'm glad you two had this chance to chat.
Yes, it was very fortuitous. We shouldn't take up more of your time, Liliana. I'm sure you have things that need attention. Right now.
Ah, such a pity. More knowledge lost.
Pardon me, Sir Guard, but could we have a moment of your time?
Anything for the Duke's honored guests.
I've just encountered some Ferelden band wearing the same outfit as me. I need to change immediately.
Utter humiliation, sir. His lordship isn't fit to be seen in this condition.
A matter of social life or death. Get me into the castle now.
Yes, monsieur. Since this is clearly so very important, I will see what I can do.
Perfect. Just let me have a minute alone with him, and the key will be ours.
My, what a big sword you have. Do they give those to all the chevaliers? So impressive.
Lovely party. Well?
He doesn't have it.
What?
He forgot he'd given the key to one of the servants. What kind of guard forgets that he's locked himself out of the castle?
We'll go out there and mingle until we find a way in. Or get so full of caviar and wine we fall asleep.
Right. Nothing to worry about. This can still work. So let's find the servant. How many could there be?
One for every cheese tray?
I'm trying to stay positive, you know.
An excellent party.
Another caprice. How many of these are there, I wonder?
Hawk, do you even know why you're picking these coins up?
They're shiny. Don't pretend you wouldn't do it too.
Can I help you? I've been stung by a bee. I think it's swelling. Maker, am I dying?
The swelling is almost as big as your head. Don't just stand there, man. Do something before it's too late.
If I die, make sure the world knows I died at Chateau Haine.
There's nothing I can do for you, monsieur. I don't have a key to get into the chateau.
Is something the matter?
My friend here has had a bit too much wine. She needs to sit down inside before she gets sick on a duchess.
Oh, I can hear the ocean in my head. Tide goes in, tide goes... Ow.
That's never a good sign.
My apologies, but I couldn't let you in, even if I wished to.
Can I interest you in some Antivan olives? Or I have some smoked ham from the Androfels. They say it tastes of despair.
Wait, does it really? How can ham taste like despair? Why would anyone eat it if it did?
That's what the importer said. They all talk like that. This wine has notes of oak and springtime. This cheese tastes of sorrow.
Who needs more despair in their diet? What's that good for?
I've heard that artists are fond of it.
I don't suppose we could have a peek at the kitchens. I'd love to see this hopeless dish in all its glory.
I don't know. I shouldn't leave my post.
What a scandalous reprieve from olive duty. Think of what the other servants will say.
The upstairs maids will be so jealous when they find out. Very well. Follow me.
I know, right? They treat you like part of the furniture. I'm surprised they don't sit on it.
Avoid the cheese plate. Terrible. Have you got the key?
I'm usually better at this. She didn't have the key either. This isn't supposed to be so complicated.
Maybe we could steal dessert spoons and start tunneling under the wall.
That's not terrible. Hang on to that idea. The servant says she gave it to the Duke's son, Lord Cyril. Let's find him and hope he didn't pass it on to his father. So, Lord Cyril.
Excellent. Join us, champion. We were just discussing your famous confrontation with the Kunari leader.
You must tell us the tale. It was the talk of Denerim for months.
You have never been to Chateau N, yes? Please, allow me to give you this caprice. It's an old custom. My mother spoke often of Leandra. They were great friends when they were young. It's a shame neither could be here.
Where are your knickers this time, Perrin?
Shut up, you painted shrew!
What entertaining manners our guests have. Don't you agree, Hawk?
Talis here has been asking such fascinating questions about the garden, but I can't answer them.
I suppose I can do my duty for the family and show her around.
But, yes, the Regency wallpaper is quite lovely. I agree. And I wouldn't say, forget it.
That wyvern blood has some kick, doesn't it?
This is officially my worst night ever.
Not Lord Cyril's type.
Maybe he just doesn't like elves, or women. In either case, you're the answer. He has the key, go get it. What? It's your turn, Hawk. Go on.
Seems like I could save time and just assume a plan will fall apart from the start.
It hasn't fallen apart. It's just, not entirely cooperating with reality. Just go try something. So good luck with that.
Thanks.
Tell the elf that her pleas are for nothing. She's pretty enough, I suppose. No doubt there are some men who would like that sort of thing.
I thought you might be a man of refined tastes.
I heard the same of you, Monsieur Hawk.
Why don't we talk again after the party?
You have it! Tell me you have it.
Was there ever any doubt?
Good, then we can find the jewel and get this over with.
You don't sound that excited.
It's simply been a long time coming. That's all.
This jewel is that important to you?
Yes, I suppose it is. I want this part of my life finished.
So soon? I heard they were just about to bring out the candied nug. I want to see that.
Let me ruin it for you. It tastes like forgotten aspirations.
You have crushed all my hopes and dreams.
Let's find that door and get inside.
Yes, Isolde, I'll tell him the story about the undead. Please, excuse me, Syrah.
So, is that it? That's the whole game?
I'd like to thank all the little people who made this moment possible.
Let's just get going.
Always delighted to see you, champion.
Done.
What in the name?
There's no need for you to die today, friend. Just move on. You never saw us. You could have walked away.
Of course he didn't walk away. That'd be a bad trait in a guard.
I know that.
It's not like his family can say, we thought he only had to bake cookies.
There are other paths. They do not all need to lead to the same destination. Enough. We're here for the heart. I'd like to do this quietly. Alert as few guards as possible. What do you think?
Don't relish the thought of 24 guards chasing me around the chateau. Quiet's the way to go.
I'm glad you agree. Let's go. This part of the chateau will be crawling with guards. We'll have to try our best to keep out of sight. Or we could try to create distractions, provided you're good at throwing stones.
And if all else fails, we'll give them a sharp knock on the head.
Right, of course. Just try not to do it all the time. All right, I'm ready when you are.
Try not to be seen.
What was that?
Did you hear about the Duke's meeting with the Empress?
I never listen to court gossip. That'll get you killed, my friend.
Here, let's move.
Can't speak now. I've too much to do preparing the banquet and Leopold's dinner. You don't want to see a wyvern go hungry. If you need something, ask one of the servants. Well, why are you still bothering me?
There's a problem in the courtyard. Something about a poisoned comtesse. The servants were looking for you.
A maker's breath. What have those useless elves done now? I suppose I'd better deal with this.
I think Leopold's going to be an unhappy wyvern after that.
Damn blackouts, keeping me off patrol.
All set.
Be quick, but careful. let's keep going.
What was that scrabbling noise?
We're fine. Let's keep going.
What was that scrabbling noise?
What does Babette want now?
Her tea was too cold.
Oh, of course. It's either too hot or too cold.
Or her bed's either too soft or too lumpy.
Nothing is ever just right with her. What a bitch.
Here, let's move. Try not to be seen.
And understand and serve with more distinction than you, maggots. These may be a garden party, but you will not be sipping fruity drinks and mingling. This is war. These heartless slaves to fashion would wear your skin as a cravat if they could. Never forget that. Every one of you will be prepared for battle. Do not relax for an instant.
That should do it.
You didn't try the cheese, did you?
Are you joking? It tastes of despair. I'm not a madman. Done. You drop the pie.
I'm sorry, monsieur. It's all squashed and one of the hounds took a bite of it.
It's really not that bad. Just put it back on the plate and cover it up with some gravy.
Here, let's move.
Where did the Duke get this? This was part of a Fog Warrior's amulet. Fenris has mentioned them. I never thought I'd see one. What's the matter?
I don't want to talk about it. Let's simply find the jewel and be done with this.
Someone's there. What was that? Is someone there?
Nodded off, I suppose. You're hot enough.
Try to be more careful.
Cursed rats. What was that scrabbling noise?
10 hours in this armor, a man's gonna pass out. That's my bloody story.
I must be hearing things. Cursed rats.
We're fine. Let's keep going.
Hours in this armor, a man's gonna pass out. That's my bloody story.
I must be hearing things.
All set.
Be quick, but careful.
Nodded off, I suppose. Hit the floor hard enough.
This is it.
It's never as easy as it seems, is it?
I swear I didn't know. There must be some sort of switch.
It's nearly complete now. I wonder what Fenris will think of it. More plumage. I guess it could be worse. He could want skunk pelts or something. Something wrong?
I don't know. Yes.
Don't fret, my dear.
I see the party's moved indoors.
It's not over yet.
But it is over. I knew who you were the moment you arrived. Assassin.
Assassin? I knew it.
You did?
Have you met my friends? All of them are crazy, and most of them are killers.
Clever man. Have you also deduced that your elven friend is Kunari?
You're Kunari?
It's complicated.
This has nothing to do with me, then.
Yes, you were only here to rob me. Much better.
Look, I came to stop the Heart from doing something we will all regret. He didn't. Leave him out of this.
And waste all the effort I spent luring you here before the Heart's arrival? Don't be foolish.
Ase hasatra mas.
Mas havas trasokolon. Take them away.
The elf was Kunari.
And the dwarf has no beard. I know, it made no sense to me either. Maybe they cut her horns off.
The Kunari are not a race. They are a religion. What I don't understand is why a Kunari agent would try to kill one of her own people. And why involve the champion?
Excellent questions.
I expect answers to match.
I live to please.
So, at least we're not dead. I don't suppose an apology would make things better?
Is this the sort that comes with fabulous riches?
Are we talking about make-believe fabulous riches?
Don't be ridiculous.
Then no.
You're really terrible at this.
I am sorry. This didn't work out like I'd planned. Obviously.
What was your plan exactly?
The one I expected to find is named Salit, a member of the Ben Hasrath, the Heart of the Many. I was told he's here to sell secrets to the Orlesians, and I came to stop him. I suppose I was misinformed.
So, everything you told me was a lie?
Not everything.
So I just missed the part where you're one of the people I drove out of Kirkwall?
You don't need horns to embrace the Qun. What you need is a purpose, a belief in unity, in improving the lot, not only for your own people, but for everyone.
You're right. I can think of many people who would be improved by the loss of a head.
You're joking, but you're also right. That doesn't mean it's the solution for everyone.
So everyone else just loses a foot, maybe a big toe.
Being Kunari doesn't automatically mean you're a zealot. Most Kunari don't even understand humans, why you act like you do. But I grew up among you. I understand perfectly well.
Wait, aren't you here to kill someone for the Kunari?
I never said I was killing him for the Kunari.
So you're improving his lot? Perhaps repeatedly.
I know it's not easy to understand. After what the air shock did, I hardly blame you. But just tell me, can you honestly say there's nothing to improve? Nothing to strive for? We believe in striving together. We may stumble, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't try.
I'm not arguing about this.
It's who I am. I joined the Ben Hasras because I felt it meant something. Means something.
You sound like you're trying to convince yourself.
It's been a long time since I talked to anyone about it. I suppose it's not really prison cell conversation.
So you came here to stop this Salit from betraying your people?
You probably won't believe me, but this isn't a political mission. It's personal.
What do you mean?
Salit was my best Rathari, the one who recruited me into the Ben Hasrith. My tutor. He's the one who saw my potential, convinced me that I could make a difference. It doesn't matter now.
But you said he was selling secrets.
He is. Or at least he intends to. One last act of defiance. I can't let him do that. Not when he'll hurt so many others in the process.
You mean he'll hurt other Kunari?
Not every Kunari is a soldier, you know. There are tens of thousands of farmers, artisans, craftsmen. People who have never hurt anyone. People whose only crime is living. They don't deserve what he's going to do to them. But it's more than my duty to stop Salit. It is my moral obligation.
You mentioned the Heart of the Many before, but you said it was the name of the jewel.
It's also what Ben Hasrith means. Some people say we're enforcers, that keep the Kunari in line, but that's not it. It's hard to explain.
Try.
We're the soul of the Kun. We keep its spirit alive and protect it, from both outside and from within. Not every Kunari agrees, nor do they always do what is best for all. The Ben Hasrith remind us of our common goal.
That sounds like something the Kunari would really like everyone to believe.
It's not always meant to end in violence. There are other paths. They do not all need to lead to the same destination. I probably don't sound very convincing.
The way you're talking, it sounds like you're one of these Ben Hasrith.
I am. Or I was. Whether I ever am again, I guess that remains to be seen.
Is that why you're here? To redeem yourself?
Not to them. Doubt is the path one walks to reach faith. To leave the path is to embrace blindness and abandon hope.
Another Kunari proverb?
She who swallows wisdom in tiny chunks avoids choking.
So, did you really involve me just because I had an invitation?
You were the only one on the invitation list who wasn't a personal friend of the Montfort family. And you're also the champion of Kirkwall, and a Ferelden with no reason to love Orlais.
And what was going to happen when all this was over?
I thank you, we go our separate ways.
Really? I wouldn't notice a thing?
Truth? You're not exactly what I was expecting. I've heard a few stories about you. They don't quite do you justice. Perhaps if I'd done my homework, I would have known more about you. Given you the respect you deserve. Nothing I could do about it now.
I suppose the good news is, with all this extra time, I can learn to knit.
Could you make me a sweater?
No.
The first order of business is getting out of here before His Grace decides we would taste good in the soup. Or whatever he has planned. Any ideas?
Oh, I'm sure the others will be along any minute now.
That's it. I'm taking the lead.
You think I'm going to trust you to find Hawk?
Could you stop with the all mages are evil diatribe for 1 minute?
They may not all be evil, but one of them in particular is extremely annoying.
That's it. I'm officially tired of waiting to be rescued.
Why didn't you just do that before?
You said your friends were coming.
There you are. Were you hurt? What happened?
Let's go anywhere but here. You lead the way.
So, back through the castle, then?
There's a better way than fighting through the Duke's entire army. I'll show you.
At least we managed to find your kit.
Then we should head for the caves. That's the way out I planned to take us through originally. Unless you want to carve your way out through the Duke's army.
We'll see.
It's up to you which way you want to go, Hawk. I'll help you either way.
I am yours as always. I am yours as always.